So I've spent like the last 7, 8 months, I think, or something like that, trying to learn how to mix. And I thought it'd be fun to quickly explain how much a pain in the ass it is. And I think that's like kind of the ultimate goal is to be able to do everything, like kind of as any musician probably would want to. It's like it's nice to be able to do everything on your own. And so that's kind of like what I've been doing for the last 2-3 years, I think. Just trying to figure out how to do everything completely all by myself. I was all by myself. And so it's nice. So now I'm at the point where like it's like I can kind of do everything that I'm doing on my own, but mixing was always the hard one. I always had to send it off. And so as I've been learning to mix the last 8 months, I've been releasing songs as I mixed them, and which great. But 8 months later, you look back and you go, oh shit, like I totally don't like those mixes anymore. So now I'm basically remixing the entire record that I started releasing tracks for in the beginning, which is hilarious. Like going back and now redoing everything. It's kind of like like an OCD thing or something. But that's basically what I've been doing, and now that's what I'm doing. So I'm remixing everything, and then I guess I'll just release it, in early next year, maybe like January or February or something. It'll take me a while. I mean, I'm almost done doing it, but then you gotta plan out release and vinyl. Vinyl takes a million years. It's like a 5-month or so wait just to press vinyl. So you kind of have to. I didn't know about that. I thought maybe it was done now or something. They caught up or some shit, but I guess they didn't. And that is what it is. So, hope to do. And so I just showing some random clips, just in the basement, always in the basement, every day in the basement, trying to, play drums for a bit, bass, and sing for a bit, and play the guitars, and try and figure out piano, which is hard as balls. And so now I'm just remixing everything, and then hopefully the records, I can have it all done soon and release it in like February or something. And I don't know, I just decided to make a video talking about it. And if you have like questions about mixing, like I don't know what I'm doing, but I've basically set the bar for myself at acceptable. I'm not trying to be good at it, I'm just trying to be acceptable. So if that's something like you guys want to know how to do, how to record your own music or something like that, like just tell me in like the comments or whatever, and I could probably do it, break down in the simplest terms of how I got, because I learned a lot over the last couple of years, like trying to figure out how to do things and what's the best way to do it, and kind of the simplest way, but still always do it by myself and still get like the best sound that I can get out of basically the gear that I have. So if anybody wants like, rundown of all my gear, I mean, it's kind of cool because it's like lots of people are always asking me in bands, like, showing demos or how they record demos and how do I do it and stuff like that. So I figure if like, it's cool to learn what little bit that I know, but it's cool, I think, to like just show it and be like, dude, I know a lot of guys that are like writing songs on their own and they don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, I was doing the exact same thing, but I was like, fuck this, man. I was like, I'm going to do it all myself. I don't even care. Then I can do everything whenever I want to do it. So if you guys want to know how to do that, just let me know. So I guess the funny part of that is I'm just going to delete all the stuff that I released and then remix it and re-upload it. I mean, my friend was saying, it was actually JJ, I was talking to him, and he said, don't. He said, it doesn't matter, it's just on YouTube and stuff, and or whatever, And I was like, I thought about it. It was like, what's a couple of months of like redoing something? And this is like for anybody, it's like when you hear something you're recording and you think, oh man, I should change that little part. Like you really should, because, well, then you wind up sounding like Skullfist. No, it's like, what's the time it takes to change that part versus now that's going to be like that for the rest of your life, right? It's like it takes you a month or a week or even a year to change something. Or I don't know what you're doing if it takes you a year, but it's totally Like, it's gonna last forever. You're gonna have to listen to it for the rest of your life. So, so just like, I don't know, I guess, or anybody, it's like I would totally, anything you hear like in the song or your writing or your lyrics or anything like that, it's like, if you're not stoked on it, and you got to remember, like, you may always listen to it forever, and you may always have that part, it's coming up, there's that line that I don't like. And for me, it's like, I guess now, probably, maybe when I was younger, totally did not even care what I was doing, I was just drinking and screeching like a chick, so, but nowadays I think it's like, try to at least be comfortable with myself. If somebody else doesn't like something about it doesn't matter. It's only about you, right? It's like, the only thing that matters is if you're stoked on it, so if someone says, I don't like how that or whatever, it doesn't matter, as long as when you go back to listen to it at any point in your life, you can say like, yeah, dude, so happy I fixed that one drum fill or something, or that one vocal line I didn't like or something like that. It's just, sometimes you write a lyric and you think like, this is a template lyric line, until I come up with a nicer line. And sometimes people end up using it or something like that. I did that when I was younger, and I always hear back some stuff and I think like, man, that line didn't make any sense. I should have rewrote that. It doesn't make any sense to me, if it's a song that like means something to me, and or lyric for a song that means something. But yeah, and I don't know. That's probably all I got. I'm gonna try not to ramble. I'm notorious for rambling. I feel like I'm starting to ramble. Ramble.